Fine now. So, but here what we will do now? Here, if in the router filter by default error we are seeing now, by default error we are saying now. In this time, what we will do it now? What we will do it now? We will implement our own page, right? On the our own page, what we will do it now? If right, our microservices execution flow is correct, right? Then our microservices will execute. If not, then what we will get it now? Our what error filter we will get, right? Sorry, our what? Our another page we will get, right? Come on, like what? Logging activity. We will check in the what? Hey Manjulata, sorry, how's your family? Now everyone is good in
Now,
your.
now okay, sir. Everyone is good.
Okay, okay, that's good.
But doctor said 40 days to take rest to my husband.
Yeah, okay, please take care of him, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
take care.
So now good. Okay, let's move on the
Thank you.
session. Now here what will happen now? What will happen now? Post filter is there, right? So in the post filter, what we will get it now? Modification, modified what? Modified response we are getting, right? So good. So the last time, right? Last time. Now this discussion we will start again now, guys. Okay, because today we will learn those things again, right? So
Yes, sir.
how many filters are there now, guys? How many filters are there? Come on, people are
4 filters.
remembered. Sorry.
4 filters.
For
4
Yeah,
filters, sir.
yeah, four filters, right? So
3
four.
post round.
Yes,
Yes,
so
sir.
four filters are there, right? Four filters are there. What is that? Pre-filter, pre-filter, right? What is the responsibility of pre-filter? It is used, right? Used for what? Used for what? Tracking. Used for tracking request, right?
Request. Yes, sir.
Request, right? Request detail. Tracking request detail. After then what is that? After then what is that? uh, Post filter are there, right?
Post
post
filter.
post
yes,
Yes,
filter.
sir.
Post filter, right? Post filter. What is the use of post filter? used
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 for tracking
used to change, right?
response detail.
Used to change what?
Response.
Sorry, used to change a response, right?
Yes, sir.
Response. And what is that? Modified or modification, right?
Purpose.
Modification or what is that? Track response, right?
Yes, sir.
Track response, right? Track response. After then what is that? We are using what is that? Route filter, right? Now our discussion is today, our
Yes.
discussion about what? Route filter only, right? So but we figure out something, we figure out about what? Route filter, right? What is the use of route filter, why we are using all those things? We had already discussion about it, right? But today again we will understand those things, right? So route filter, right? Route filter, right? Route filter. So what is the use of route filter? Used to what? Change routing or action or path, right? Or path. Like path is what is that? Replaced with what? Replaced with what? With another. Replaced with what? Another path, right? Another path based on what is that? Based on some condition. Some condition, like for example I'm giving, guys. Okay, for example what is that? For example, just what is that? Just assume that payment is there, right?
Yes, sir.
payment
Yes, sir.
payment due execute, right? Execute, right? With security, security header, with security header. Then what is that? Then what? Redirect, redirected to user login, right? User login means what I'm saying now. My question is what? My question is what? If just what is that? Just assume that, right? Whenever we are implementing in our application, what is that? Security concept, guys. Okay, security concept. Then what is that? Just assume that, our what, our application or our end user want to make the request. Our end user want to make the request to whom? Just profile, right? Just a profile component, right? Profile component of, it's making the request on the profile slash profile, right? Slash profile. Then what is that? With what is that? With what? Authenticated, right? With authorization. With what? Authorization. With what? Authorization, right? Authorization. If end user is giving the authorization key, right? Tokenization, some people know about that. Later we will understand what is the token, how we are authenticating our application with tokenization, OAuth 2, all those things. People heard about this name, guys? Come on,
Yes,
respond.
Ravi.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
Ravi, yes.
Those things,
Yes,
those
sir.
things only we will implement. But the here what our question is, what? First we will normally we will implement our what, how our what filter, right? Router filter is working, right? Later whenever we will implement security concept, we will implement as a what we will see that in the terms of what project term, in the term of what project, right? So we will check it, all those things. Just assume that, right? If authorization just key is there, xyz are something like, this is the token, right? This is the token is there, right? So if with the token, if end user is making the request, then what will happen now? In the profile component, right? In the profile component, if end user is making the request with what? With token, then what will happen now? Then continue the application, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Continue, CONTINEW, na? Come on, what is the spelling, guys? CON,
UE.
yeah,
NUE. Yes.
continue, right? Continue for what?
Yes.
Secure service. Continue for the service, right? If end user is making the request without token, right? If end user, just assume the same application, right? On the profile, if end user is making the request, right? If end user is making the request without what? Without authorization, means what is that? Authorization, right? Authorization key is not there, sorry, value is not there. Value means what? Authorization value, right? Authorization value means what? Authorization value means what? This value I'm talking about, the authorization value, right? Authorization
Yes, Ravi.
value. If authorization value is not there in the header part, then what will happen now? Our what? Our router filter will, our router filter, yeah, our router filter will, in the router filter only, we will specify some path, right? We will tell the router filter, hey router filter, do like this, right? if if authorization, right? If authorization value is there, then what is that? Continue the service, right? Continue the service. If not there, if authorization, if authorization value is not there, then what is that? Redirect, right? Redirect to whom? This page. Which page now? Login page, right? Means what?
Yes,
Route the service. route to what? Route to user slash login. User slash login, right? Route the user slash login. Okay, so here what? Profile is there, right? Profile. So who is doing these things between the, whenever we are making the request, route filter will do. Route filter is what? Take working based on the conditional base, right? Route filter is working based on the condition now. So here what is that? Here what is that? Just assume that if value is there, if authorization value is there, then continue the service, right? If not there, right? If not there, then what is that? Redirect to which page now? User login page. Come on guys, the people are getting my point, what I'm explaining now guys?
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes, Ravi.
here what is that? Router filter will work. Router filter will work, right? Router filter is working based on that condition now guys. Okay, based on that condition now only. So what we will do it now? What we will do it now? So just last time we developed, right? Just a dummy application we developed, we will implement in that only, right? So what we will do it now? What we will do it now? Just I'm doing here only, right? So this router filter we developed now, in that just we seen that how our router filter is working SOPL, and just we ran application and we seen that, right, on the console only. Na, come on.
Yeah.
So
We just saw the
in that only what we will do it now? In that only what we will do it now? We will write the logic, right? We will write the logic and we will see that how it's working now guys. Okay, so now fine. So here post filter, right? So let's disable the post filter. I'm commenting that my filter means what? Pre-filter also I'm commenting this one only. We will see that only. We can check it, right? But what is that? Just I'm commenting those things. This filter will not execute. Just my intention is what? To run what? To run our what? Route filter only, right? Route filter only. So what I'm doing now? I'm opening our what? Route filter, right? Route filter. Just here what is that? We will implement logger activity also, right? Logger activity. So what I'm going to do now? What I'm going to do now? Just I'm taking what is that? Private what is that? Static private static final logger log equal to what is that?
Logger factory dot get logger.
Logger factory. Good. Logger factory dot what? Get logger, right?
Logger.
Get
Yes,
logger, right? Get logger. In that what we will do it now? We will take the class, right?
Filter dot class.
Yes.
Okay, fine now guys. So yeah, fine. So after then the people are remembered that how we are trapping the request now guys. How we are trapping the request? We seen that last time, we seen that, right? We had the discussion about that one also. 1 minute, I will so where it is? Yeah. Yeah. So how we are reading that? How we are reading the request now guys? What is the object now? What is the object now? We seen that the people are remember that request context. Come on. Hmm?
yes, yes. Yes,
Yes,
Ravi.
Ravi.
Yeah. So now fine now guys. So come in our application only, right? So come inside our application. So this filter only, right? This method will execute, right? So fine now inside that what? Inside that just what I'm doing now? Log dot let's say log.info, right? Log.info. Inside that, what is that? What we will write that? Filter started, right? Filter started, guys. Back again, just after right, what, how much, 10 minute after 12 minute, right? The meeting will end ourselves by itself only, right? So please rejoin yourself now. Okay, so log info is there, right? Filter start, right? Filter start will be there. Just I'm giving the messages, right? just i'm giving the I'm giving the messages. Then what we will do it now, here, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead. I will ask
Okay.
later.
Okay. After, then how we are reading the context object? What is that? Request dot get current object, right?
Get correct constant.
Yes. So request dot context, right? Context dot what is that? Get current object. We are getting the context object, right? And where we are holding now, in the request context object only, right? What is the return type of request context object? Sorry, get current get current get current context, request context, right? Come on.
Object.
Yeah, so we will hold it now. What we are doing now? Request context, right? RC just I'm taking, right? Request context I'm taking, means what we are doing now, we are reading the context object. In that request context, if we want to read what is that, if we want to read what is that current request object, then what is that, how we are reading that current object now? Now come inside this diagram only. Come inside that what? Diagram, right? What is that?
HTTP servlet request.
Yes, HTTP servlet request, right? HTTP servlet request. If we want to read what is that current object, right? Come on. So
Yes, sir.
reading what is that? Current object. Current object, right? Current request object. Current what? Request object, right? Final. Reading what is that? Current request object, right? After then what? So how we are reading now? How we are reading now? Request context dot what is that? What is the method is there? Get what is that? Get request, right? Get request. Guys, all those method already in the last videos, right? I covered all methods, all explanation already there on our YouTube channel, right? On our YouTube channel. If anybody is getting the confusion, please watch once, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi. Yeah.
Then what this method is returning? What this method is returning? What this method? HTTP servlet request object. What object it is returning now, guys? Come on. What object it's returning? HTTP servlet request. Yeah.
Yes.
HTTP servlet request, right? HTTP servlet request, right? Now request. Just take REQ. I'm taking what is that? HTTP request, right? After getting this request, right, our responsibility is what? Our responsibility is what? Which kind of application we are going to develop it now? Which kind of application we are going to develop it now, guys? So authentication based, right? Authentication based application we are going to develop now. Come on. Means what? Our application, our end user will make the request, right? In the header section, if this token is not there, then what will happen now? This page will execute, right?
Yes, sir.
If right, if not there, sorry, if, right, 1 minute, yeah, correct.
If there, then continue. If not there, then log.
If
Log
this
20.
token, if this token is there, then what is that? Then
Continue.
profile service will continue.
Continue for service.
If this not, if this one is not there, then what is that? Another page will redirect,
Yes,
right?
Redirect to other page.
Right? Come on.
Yes.
So fine
Yes,
now.
Ravi.
So fine now, guys. So here what we will do it now, inside that we will write what? Inside that first what we will do it now? Authentication based, right? So what we will do it now? We will read the header. Read. We will read what? Header, right? Header section. So how we will read it now? How we will read it now? In the request object, what is that? We will read a header section, right? So request dot, what is that? Get a header. What is that? Get header, right? Get header. So in the header, just I'm opening the postman now, guys. Okay, just I'm opening one postman. Yes. So here in the header section, right? If authentication, right? If authentication means authorization is there, means what? This token, anything you can change it, no problem, right? So if authentication key is there, then what will happen now? If sorry, authorization is there, if authorization value is there, then
continue for service.
Need to proceed
conditional.
with the service.
Yeah.
Service.
But this one will return what is that? String data, right? Because this data will comes in the format of string only na. Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
So we will hold it,
Yes,
right?
Ravi.
So this method is returning what? String data. So just authentication, right? Authentication, I'm taking the authentication only. So reading here, what we will do it now? We will check it, right? If means what? Just assume that if this one is not there, right? If this one is not there, then what is that? Redirect to another place, right? Redirect to
Yes, sir.
another place. If this one is there, then what is that? Continue the services na. Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
So
Yes.
here what we will do it now? We will check the condition, right? We will check the condition, means what? If right? If and else block. We will take what? Else block. We will take the else block now, right? Right, we will take the else block now, guys. Okay, inside that what we will do it now? Inside that what we will do it now? So to check, right? To check already, just is opening the API one, Control Shift T, right? Inside that string utils is there. We will take that predefined, right? Predefined classes to validate the data, right? To validate the data. So strings utils are there in the Spring framework itself only. If you check inside this one, right? If you check inside that, so many but is empty. If the object is not there, then what is that? This one is checking that string means equal to null. And what is that? Not there. Then what will happen now? Then this value will returning same like has length size. It will check has length. After then what is that? Has a text, right? Has a text means what? If the text is there, if this method will return what is that? If text is there, then what is that? Then this block we will check it, right? In this one what we will do it now? If here in the authority, right? In the authority authorization, if key is there, right? If key is there, then what we will do it now? This block we will make, this block will not will execute, right? If key is not there, then we will make this block will not execute. If there, then this block will execute, right? Like this we will write the logic. People are getting my point?
Yes,
We are going to write the logic. If here null, if data is null is there, right? If data is null is there, then we will make this block will execute. If data, something data is there here in the authorization header, if data is there, then we will make we will write like that logic. this block will execute. People are getting my point, what I'm trying to
Yes,
say
Ravi.
now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, Ravi.
good. So fine now, guys. So here, just what I'm going to do now, what is that? I will take the help of what? This string utility classes, right? This string utility classes. In that, I'm going to take this method only, right? This method only. This method